Today we're going to be making some wall-mounted shovel racks. I started by browsing Pinterest for ideas before coming up with a design of my own. My goal is to have 4 of the racks on this wall, 2 up top, and then staggered 2 down there, and then another 4 on this wall. The first thing I want to do is get some rudimentary measurements. Looks like a few of these stacked is about 5 inches. If we give it an extra 2 or 3 inches, I think that'll be enough for any tool to fit. I want the length of each arm to be about 8 inches. So I'm going to double it to 16 inches and then remark this entire piece of wood. In theory, this 8-foot section of wood should give me 6 sets of shovel holders. First, I'm going to cut the 8-foot piece into 16-inch sections. Next, I'm going to put a 5-degree angle on these. If any pieces come out like this, we'll true them up later. For now, we'll continue to cut the remaining pieces. You'll see why we cut an angle into these pieces soon. The next step is coming up with the measurements for the back piece. To do that, we have to do some math. These side by side are about 2 5/8 inches. This is about 1.5 inches wide. The backer plate for something like this regular shovel is 4 1/8 inches. And an oversized item like this is about 2 3/4 inches. While the backer plate for this is going to be 5 3/8 inches. The measurements that I just gave you cover the widths needed, and I decided to give myself 4 inches for the length of these backing plates. We want to give a decent amount of vertical space to keep them from pulling down under the weight of the shovels. I'm using a jigsaw here, but a circular saw would be a better choice. Using the jigsaw to cut out those blocks made everything look a little messy, so I trued them up using the saw here. We're going to start by making the midpoints where we want the arms to go. We're going to line up the arms with these lines. This is a mock-up of the finished product. We're going to pre-drill some holes in the backer plate. This will make drilling into the arms easier. Using those holes as a guide, I start drilling into the arms before removing the backer plate and drilling through the arm freehand. I get a 2.5-inch screw started in the plate, line up the arm, and continue screwing the pieces together. That's one side done. Now do the same for the other side. Straighten out the arms as needed and it's finished. First, we drill 2 holes, both towards the center, each about 3/4 inches from the top and bottom of the plate. Using these holes as a guide, we'll mark 2 holes. I had to switch to my masonry bit. I finished the holes that I started before using a concrete screw to secure the shovel rack to the wall. And here's a finished wall. I didn't end up fitting 4 racks on one wall, but that's okay. That top right rack is holding a digging bar and a few other items. These things can really hold some weight. I hope this video helps, and please let me know if you make some of these for your garage.